Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host Pubo Rama, and in today's video we'll be talking about this week's weekly update for Grand Theft Auto Online, which is the same update we've been going on for the past week. What exactly am I talking about? Well, Rockstar is releasing a DLC June 17th-ish for GTA Online. And because of that, they are keeping the same weekly bonuses that have already been going on for the next week of GTA. So, today I'm going to be going over all of these bonuses in case you missed them. I'll be letting you know which of the bonuses I think are worth it, and I'll be doing a little bit more of an in-depth video. So if you enjoy content like this, you're not subscribed to the channel, and you want to see more, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, as it obviously helps out the channel quite a bit. Now, the first thing you're seeing right here is the Diamond Casino Heist, and that is because for the entire week, you are going to be getting only diamonds inside of the casino, which, as you can see with 2 players at a 50-50 cut, even without the Elite Challenge, is $1 million payout, which is pretty dang sweet, if you ask me, so definitely something you'll want to take advantage of there. I have a full guide on the Diamond Casino Heist as well, so if you do want to take a look at that guide, it's on my channel. I'll also link it in the description if I do remember. With that being said, we have some really good vehicle discounts, and we have some really good property discounts, which you definitely want to take advantage of. Let's start off with the property discounts. If we make our way over to Maze Bank Foreclosures, and we go over to arcades, you will see that any arcade location is not only 30% off, but if I'm not mistaken, all of the upgrades and modifications are as well 30% off. This is obviously because the Diamond Casino has diamonds in it. I would definitely recommend to pick up an arcade. And it's because you can get one for really cheap, right? You can buy an arcade for 1.5 million. You don't need any of the upgrades. All you need to do is purchase an arcade and maybe get the Master Command Center if you don't have a terabyte and you don't want to spend the money on one right now. But definitely just buying the arcade itself is a good purchase. You have the ability to earn passive income, $5,000 every 48 minutes, and you got a 10-car garage, plus the ability to do one of the best heists in the game. I should mention, you need 2 people to do the heist, 1 person to do all the setups. So that is about as simple as it gets for the Diamond Casino. Now, that's not the only property that is discounted. If we make our way over to the Diamond Casino and Resort and we go to the Penthouses option, you will also see penthouses being on sale and any of the upgrades you may put on your penthouse. Let's say I want to change the color of my penthouse to something different. As you can see, instead of being 215,000, it's 150,000. So that is also really nice. If you definitely want to get your hands on a Casino Master penthouse or any of the upgrades, decorations, that also is 30% off. If you want to go through the Agatha Baker storyline, you'll not only get a decent amount of money for doing them, but also an armored Enos Paragon R, which is pretty dang sweet. And yeah, I think it's actually worth it to get your hands on a penthouse, especially because you can do the missions solo. And then we finish off with the vehicle warehouses being on sale. So if we actually very quickly pop inside of my Maze Bank office building here, we can go up into the lobby and take a look at the vehicle warehouses. Now, something I need to say is you do need to own an office building to own vehicle warehouses, which is a bit of a bummer, but you can do any vehicle cargo sourcing directly from your terabyte, which is pretty dang nice. However, you don't need to. If you simply set your spawn location to the office building, it's just as quick to fast travel right back into the office building due to the cooldown for vehicle cargo. But as you can see, we're logging on, and if we go over to the vehicle cargo tab and we go to the vehicle warehouse map, any one of the warehouses that I click on, we have to go over to all, but any of the warehouses we click on are 30% off. Buy this location right here, the La Mesa Vehicle Warehouse. It is in one of the best locations, and it's normally 1.5 million, which is already very cheap. This week, you can pick it up at 1 million. You don't need any of the upgrades, by the way. All the upgrades are useless. They don't give you anything special. It's just customization. So yeah, purchasing a vehicle warehouse is great, especially because this week you're earning double money on vehicle cargo, which I will be showcasing in just a moment. So let's exit back to the ground because we can take a look at all of the discounted vehicles this week. And some of them are good, some of them are not so good. Like the Taipan, it's a pretty mediocre supercar, which I wouldn't recommend to buy unless you really, really want it. So here we are. We got all the cars in front of us. Let's start off with the 2 free cars. In fact, this car here I already earned for free this week, which is the Ruiner ZZ8. It's a muscle car. It's actually got really, really good handling in the muscle cars category. Its top speed is pretty average, but it looks nice. It's got some good customization, and you can get it for free by finishing 3rd place 3 days in a row in the LS car meet. Definitely get your hands on it. Requires almost no effort. This here is the Futo GTX. You can get it in the wheel spin at the Diamond Casino. It's alright. I wouldn't recommend to go buy it, but if you get it for free, there's no complaints there, right? Then we have the discounted vehicles. As I said, we have the Chevelle Taipan. I actually don't hate the car. I think it looks pretty cool, but I don't know. I just don't think it's that good of a purchase. It's not a very special supercar at that. We have the GTO, the Itali GTO. This is one of the best cars in the game. This is actually the one I bought this week. Not only does the car look amazing, but it has one of the best top speed accelerations in the game. It's literally 2nd place in the sports category, which is faster than HSW vehicles. So pick your hands up on this vehicle. It's normally pretty expensive at around $2 million, but with 40% off, it's an absolute steal. And then we have some pretty average vehicles here. We have the Dominator ASP, which is an alright tuner's car, but nothing special, 40% off. We have the Obey Tailgater S, again, nothing special, but it is 40% off. And we have the Rebla GTS, which is actually a pretty good SUV. It's already fairly inexpensive. You can find it in the 4 doors category. And yeah, the Obey Tailgater is pretty cheap as well, but the Rebla GTS at $700,000, I think this is actually a good deal because it's a really fast SUV. So not too bad there. We also have the Pfister Comet SR, which is a removed vehicle. So, or no, actually I think it's back now. It was removed. Rockstar has returned it back to Legendary Motorsport. And it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of capabilities, and if I'm not mistaken, even a missile lock-on jammer. And then we finish off with this, being the Insurgent. The Insurgent is definitely a great pickup this week. I'll probably make a video on this later. The Insurgent has great armor, and if you're a beginner, it's one of the best buys in the game. It features 27 homing missiles of durability before being destroyed. I mean, what else could you possibly want? This thing is absolutely crazy and definitely worthwhile. Now, if we actually make our way over to Simeon's dealership, we can take a look at the vehicles that are on sale this week, which is pretty dang sweet. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go head over to Simeon's. But the reason why we want to take a look at Simeon's dealership is because there's always removed cars there. I'll be honest, this week's removed cars are nothing special, but they are still worthwhile mentioning in case you ever did want to get your hands on them. So let's park right outside and we can head directly into Simeon's dealership. So what exactly do we have? Well, we got some pretty average vehicles. We have the Hijack Rustin. I wouldn't recommend buying it. It's pretty average. We have the Vapid Blade, which is actually a pretty cool muscle car. Nothing crazy in terms of the handling or maneuverability, but it's pretty fun. We have the Fagala. Somebody told me in the comments how to pronounce it. I still don't know how to pronounce it, and it's ugly as hell. I would not recommend to buy it. We have the Vapid Hustler. This one's actually pretty good. It's super cheap. Ooh, maybe it's not cheap. I thought it was cheap. $645,000. I take it back. Okay. I wouldn't recommend to buy it for that much money. I thought it was a lot cheaper than that. And then we have the LCC Hexer. So, yeah, pretty average overall. Maybe pick up the Hustler if you want, like, a cool muscle car. It's actually very fast, but its handling is awful, so I don't know. I wouldn't recommend to buy it. Now we're going to take a quick look at what's inside of the LS car meet, and to do that, I've already set my spawn location there, so the game's just going to fast travel us right over to that destination. The LS car meet has 3 removed vehicles in the test drive area. Now you'll notice that the prize ride vehicle is already gone, and that's because I've claimed it, but if you do go to the LS car meet category in the prize ride challenge, you can see that you have to place top 3 for 3 days in a row, and then you'll get your hands on the Ruiner ZZ8, which is already gone. But if we head all the way over to the edge here, we have the 3 test drive vehicles. We have the Carbonazar, which is pretty average. It's very, very inexpensive, I will say that. This one's like 200K. We have the Dinka, I always forget the name of this vehicle, the Varus, and then we have the Alpha, which is pretty eh. The only car out of the 3 I'd say is kind of cool is the Carbonazar, which is fairly inexpensive if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 195,000, but apart from that, I don't know. I wouldn't really say any of the vehicles are truly incredible. And that brings us to the final location that we're going to be taking a look at today, which is our vehicle warehouse. So we're going to go take a look at that right now. I'm going to showcase why doing sale missions for the vehicle warehouse is great this week, and that's because you're making double money. I'm also going to showcase how you can do a vehicle warehouse sale mission in a solo lobby without having to worry about the car getting damaged by the NPCs that spawn. The way vehicle cargo works is very simple. All you have to do is fill up the warehouse with 12 standard range and I think it's 10 mid-range. In total, there's 22 of the average range vehicles, and then there's 10 top range cars. So what I always recommend to do is fill your warehouse with all of the standard and mid-range vehicles, and then you will be guaranteed to only get top range cars. Now, as you can see, I unfortunately only have mid-range available, but the point still gets across. I'm going to showcase how you can guaranteed complete solo without ever taking damage. So first of all, you got to customize your car, super easy, and put on some different wheels. Doesn't matter, boom, 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 done. Just like that, we are now going to spawn outside of our vehicle warehouse with the car. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drive the car right over here, and we are going to hop out of the vehicle and get right into our DH7 Iron Mule. Now you can see we're going to make $125,000 for the sale mission. It's actually a lot of money, especially for a mid-range vehicle, but it shows that you're actually making a boatload of cash this week with any vehicle that you sell in vehicle cargo. So, oh, okay, we're hitting that sign there. But let's move over a little bit. Come on. This is a little bit harder than you'd think. I parked the car in the worst position possible. I should have moved it a little bit further over. But let's try this again. And there you go. Okay. We've hooked it. And now we just have to get out of this area. Bruh. Can we not get stuck on this sign? There you go. Okay. We're good. So normally, when you are doing a solo sale mission when it comes to vehicle cargo, you have to worry about NPCs spawning and shooting up your car. In fact, we can see those NPCs in those blue cars on the bridge below me. Normally, those NPCs will blast your car, they will damage it, and they will cause it to be obliterated. But if you simply have a cargo bob or an Iron Mule, all you need to do is park it outside of your vehicle warehouse, and now what is normally a painful mission is super easy. And if you don't crash your Iron Mule into a billboard like I did, you don't even have to worry about it smoking. So as you can see, we are just driving, or not really driving, but flying right over to the destination. It's also a lot easier to use the Iron Mule and just fly right over any of the areas. You don't have to worry about crashing it, losing value of your car. You can also do this in public lobbies, so it's actually really easy either way. But we are almost there. We just have to fly a little bit further. I love the Iron Mule. It's one of the best tools in the game. So definitely something to take advantage of. And with the fact that the Iron Mule is so cheap, it's definitely a worthwhile purchase. So as you can see, we are already at the location. I think this is Mini Madraza's house, if I'm not mistaken. So we are now going to slow down our Iron Mule. And I'm not going to land the car in that yellow circle, because that looks a little bit sus. But what we will do is we're going to drop... Oh, okay, well... We got really lucky. Our helicopter literally just died. Like, at this second, it just died. So, hopefully it doesn't blow up. Okay, we're good. Woo! That was a little sus. Okay, that was a little sus. But doesn't matter. We got our car here. It took a teeny bit of damage because the helicopter was dying, but it only lost like $1,000, so who cares? There you go. Done. $124,000 earned in a super easy sale mission. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is this week for GTA Online. I would definitely recommend to take advantage of vehicle cargo. I would highly recommend to find a friend to do the Diamond Casino Resort, and definitely do the Agatha Baker storyline. All of these are great. All of them pay a lot of money, and they give you great rewards. So if you enjoyed today's weekly update, please consider smashing that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.